We are with some Spurs fans, clearly. Who are we with today?
Tom.
Tom and?
Lenny.
Tom and Lenny. Guys, how are you feeling about Spurs this season today?
Good. It's alright.
Good or average?
Average.
I mean, every year it kind of, seems to be the same thing. What excites Spurs fans anymore? What are you guys playing for?
Nothing. Nothing at all. It's the same players. You get the same result. You don't win nothing. You buy mediocre, average players at best, and you get average, mediocre results. I look at a lot of this squad, and to be quite frank, most of the players wouldn't get in most top half Premiership sides. I just don't see it changing, and I don't see why any top young upcoming players or managers would want to come here. Why would you?
Yeah, no, you're right. I think, look, it shows manager after top manager after top manager, and the results and the players and the rhetoric is still the same, No heart, no passion, no motivation. It needs to change on the pitch. Surely, it's got to come. People put too much pressure on the managers. I think it's got to come down to the players on the pitch.
Look, the simple fact is this, right? You can go and get Guardiola in here if you so wished. He could not make those players play any better because they are just not that good.
Exactly.
When you look at some of the players we've had, and I've been coming over here for nearly 30 years. Some of the players I've watched in the last 5 years would easily be in my worst ever Spurs 11. I don't know why anyone ever gave Eric Dyer a professional football contract. I mean, I find that bizarre. When you look at people we've had the last few years, people like Dele Alli, Aurier. I mean, we paid £45 million for Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm flabbergasted. Who made that decision? And you can blame the managers, and the managers haven't been great. People moan about Mourinho, people like Conte playing handbrake football, but the simple fact is you can't play open football with these players because you get ripped to shreds. I remember a few years ago people were moaning at Mourinho, saying that he's playing negative football. He took the handbrake off, we went away to Everton in the FA Cup, and we let him 5. Like that tells you all you need to know. We never replaced our centre halves. We've not replaced our fullbacks. So what do? You get someone like Conte in here, and he looks at it and goes, well, we're going to have to play 3 at the back, 2 defensive midfielders. We've got no wing backs. And just hope for a miracle every week up front. It's just not good enough. And who picks these players and signs them? I just do not know.
Yeah, and that seems to kind of be the same story with all the fans I speak to. And you speak about the kind of the front 3. Who do you think is going to leave out of the front 3? Who do you think is more likely to leave?
I mean, I've got to be honest. Everyone keeps talking about the front 3. Let's be frank. They're part of the problem. I get, they're playing with mediocre players.
Yeah.
But, we're not talking about Ronaldo's and Messi's here. Maybe it is time for Kane to move on. I mean, Son has been, as someone kidnapped him and replaced him with a double because he has been absolutely woeful. I mean, if someone come in for a bid now, I'd take him to the airport.
There we go. He wants Son to go. Guys, quickly, we got to wrap up. Score predictions for today. You don't seem too optimistic.
I would be surprised if we got a draw. I'll take that now.
Surprise? You would take a draw and you would still be surprised with a draw?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Bite your hand off.
There we go. And for you, score predictions?
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs, and you draw?
Yeah, I mean, no, to be honest, I think they'll lose 2-0.
Wow. There we go. Confident. You've heard it first. Spurs fans, angry. It's the same story every time. You said it perfectly, I think. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoyed today, and let's hope you get a win. Cheers. Thank you.